Hi guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be filming my anti-haul for you. I've seen a couple of bigger YouTubers do this, and I've seen this video going around, so I figured it was time to film mine. I have 10 things that I'm going to be talking about that I will not be purchasing, and if you don't know what an anti-haul is, it's just the opposite of a haul. So instead of me talking to you guys about stuff that I bought, I'm going to be talking to you guys and inserting pictures of stuff that I will not be buying that are like new releases. I'm not trying to bash any of these brands in any way or advise you guys not to buy these products. If these products call your name and if you want to buy these products, that is awesome. This is just my personal opinion and things that I don't think I will be purchasing that are new in the beauty industry. So again, if you guys are interested in seeing my anti-haul, keep on watching. So basically how I picked out this stuff is Trendmood's Instagram. If you guys don't know who Trendmood is, she really keeps up with all the makeup news on her Instagram. I definitely recommend following her on Instagram if you've never heard of her. She's always so up to date with the newest makeup releases. So I'm just going to get started. The first thing that I have on my anti-haul list is the Morphe 35R palette. You guys know Morphe Brushes has awesome palettes, but for this palette in particular, it doesn't really call my name. I feel like just looking at the palette, I have all of the shades that are in there. If you don't have a Morphe palette, I think that this is gorgeous, and this is probably a really good starter palette for you to dive into Morphe. But looking at this, it looks a little bit similar to all of the shades that are in my 35O, my 35K, and just in other palettes in general. This one just doesn't really call my name. I've also read that with the mattes and the shimmers, they don't really go together too coherently. I read that some people are having trouble making complete looks with the palette. And another reason that I'm not super into this palette is because just by having Morphe Brushes palettes already, I kind of noticed that they tend to dupe themselves within their own palettes. When you have a Morphe palette, a lot of the times they tend to insert colors right next to each other or a couple colors away from each other that are super similar, and that just kind of turns me off. To me, that kind of says we're putting out a new palette just to put out a new palette and to make money. And I don't know, I just feel like Morphe isn't really too creative and they keep releasing the same shades, you know what I mean? So for those reasons, I will not be getting the Morphe 35R, but again, I highly recommend getting a Morphe palette if you don't have one because the quality is awesome, and I am planning on getting the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. That looks gorgeous. The next thing that is on my anti-haul list are the Huda Beauty lip strobes. In general, Huda Beauty just isn't a brand that really calls my name to begin with, but when I saw the pictures and the swatches of these lip strobes, they're just not practical for me. I'm not really into the whole holographic, colorful shift. I think the makeup industry right now is super oversaturated with products like that, and it's kind of turning me off whenever a new company releases that, but these definitely look super pretty. Again, I've never tried any of Huda Beauty's items, so I'm not saying that they're bad or anything like that, but just for me, I don't think that they're practical. I don't see myself wearing a gloss like this on a daily basis. I definitely just prefer a regular creamy gloss. I heard a lot of controversy over her palette, so again, that kind of turns me off when it comes to trying any of her other stuff, but I have heard that like her liquid lipsticks and her highlighting palettes are amazing, so I definitely don't want to knock anything until I try it, but I will not be dipping my toes into Huda Beauty with these glosses. Next on my list is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit. You guys know Anastasia Beverly Hills is like one of my favorite makeup brands ever. I love their Brow Wiz. All of the other glow kits are amazing. Their Modern Renaissance palette is gorgeous, and I do want like all of the glow kits. My like end goal in having makeup is to collect all of the glow kits, but the Ultimate Glow Kit just isn't for me. That is definitely one I'm going to be skipping on. I've swatched this. I've seen swatches. I watched so many reviews because looking at it, it's gorgeous. I love the packaging. I love like the writing on the packaging. It has like a super retro feel, but I've just heard so many bad reviews. I've swatched this myself in person, and it's like one of those highlighters that have a super duper sheer base, and then it just has chunks of glitter inside of it. When I see it applied onto other people, it just really emphasizes the texture, and for that reason, I don't think that I will ever be getting the Ultimate Glow Kit. I've just seen way too many bad reviews on it, and I just personally didn't like the way it felt on my hand. But personally, for me, I just love more of a wet metallic or like a glow from within type of highlighter. Like the other glow kits are my favorite. They give me such an awesome payoff, such a beautiful glowing metallic look. They're not glittery or chunky at all, and I'm just kind of scared to try the Ultimate Glow Kit just again from the swatch that I had, all the bad reviews. And I do also have a lot of texture on my face, and I do not need anything else to emphasize that, so I will not be purchasing the Ultimate Glow Kit either. Also on my list are the NARS liquid blushes. First of of all, you guys know that I'm not into blush, and the fact that it's a liquid blush just really scares me. I would recommend getting a liquid blush if you're one to like really pigmented blushes, or if you have more mature skin. The liquid blush is really going to sit well on your face, give you a nice glow, opposed to a powder. But for me, when I do ever wear blush, you guys know I love a powder that's really lightly pigmented and more of a neutral. All of the shades that NARS is offering us in these blushes just seem super bright. I have heard really good things about them, so I don't think that the product is necessarily bad. I just don't think that they're for me, and I am really scared to try a liquid blush. The next thing on my list is the Makeup Geek in the nude eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love Makeup Geek shadows. They have some of my favorite eyeshadows, but for me, when it comes to Makeup Geek, I would just kind of rather make my own palette with the single shadows, especially with the in the nude palette. It is aesthetically pleasing, it's gorgeous, I love the shades, but for someone with so many eyeshadow palettes in their collection, it just doesn't call my name. It's not really practical for me to spend money on. Like I said, I highly recommend just getting some single shadows from Makeup Geek. They are awesome. Something else that I will not be purchasing that has been super hyped up lately is the Cocoa collection with Kylie Cosmetics. I'm definitely not here to bash on Kylie Cosmetics. I definitely acknowledge and support her hustle to really getting products out for us, but I am also one who feels like you are paying for the name of Kylie Jenner. I think her products are good. I just feel like she's just releasing so many products, and like people are just paying for the hype, they're paying for the name. I do feel like there are just really better quality products out there, even at a little bit of a cheaper price. And personally for me, I would rather just give my money to a different makeup brand. That's just my personal opinion. I do think her products are awesome. Her Dolce K lip kit is one of my favorites, and the colors in the Cocoa collection are absolutely stunning. But again, there are so many other makeup brands that I would rather just give my money to, and just so many other things that I would prefer to buy than Kylie Cosmetics makeup. I also won't be buying the Kat Von D Shade and Light Glimmer palette. I want the original Shade and Light eye palette so bad, but I just don't think that the Glimmer version, which is all shimmery shadows, if you guys didn't know, is super practical. I just feel like to have a complete eye look, you need a transition, a crease shade, nice buttery matte shades. If you want to get maybe like the original Shade and Light eye palette as well as the Glimmer one and put it together, you guys can dip into both. You can kind of complement it with the other, but for me, just looking at the shades in the Glimmer palette, it's not practical. If I want glitters, I'd rather just go out and buy single glitters, because I don't think I'm going to be using a black glittery shade, a brown glittery shade. I don't know, I just don't really like that particular array of colors in all glitter, and again, I'd rather just have one palette that has it all instead of having to buy or reach for another palette to complete an eye look. Speaking of glitter palettes, another one that is recently coming out, or came out, I'm not sure, is the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. When it comes to the whole Too Faced Nikkie Tutorial scandal, I'm not really sure how I sit with supporting Too Faced anymore. I definitely am going to be finishing up the products that I have in my collection, and I'm definitely still going to be showing them on camera because I do think that they create very quality products. But when it comes to giving them any more money and supporting the brand further, I'm not really sure. I haven't really decided yet, because I am really disappointed to hear about all that happened with the whole Nikkie Tutorials thing. I don't want to get into it because I'm definitely not a drama channel. I'm not here to gossip or anything like that, but that is just one of the reasons why I don't think I'll be purchasing the Glitter Bomb palette, and pretty much all the same reasons previously with the Kat Von D one. I just don't think an all glitter palette is super practical, especially all the colorful glitters that Too Faced is offering. I'd rather just go purchase like a little NYX eye glitter for like $5 when I do need a glitter for a certain look, because I don't use a lot of glitter on my channel or in my looks anyway. The Natasha Denona Sunset palette is something I'm definitely not buying. It looks stunning, and I've heard amazing things about Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes, but number one, it's $134 for an eyeshadow palette. I just don't think I would ever be able to get myself to spend that much money, at least not right now as a broke college student. If I ever hit the lottery or make $1 million, I would probably splurge on something like that, but right now it's not practical. Even for me, $54 for a naked palette is a little bit steep. Nonetheless, something that's more than double the price of that. I have heard amazing things about the palette, like I said, and just her makeup in general, but it's just not practical for me. And looking at it, if I'm going to spend that much money on anything, I have to be head over heels crazy for it. And looking at the palette, it's ordinary, it's stunning, but again, it's warm shades. I have my my Modern Renaissance. I have my Morphe 35O. I just have a ton, way more affordable and awesome quality warms, reds, and oranges to justify splurging on a palette like that. And lastly, for my anti-haul, I don't think I'm going to be purchasing the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette this season. So many warm eyeshadows are launching. I have my eye on a couple other than the Naked palette, and you guys know I love having my Naked palettes as collector's items. I'm not a huge fan of the first 3 Naked palettes. I absolutely love my Naked Smoky palette, but I just don't think I'm going to be getting the Naked Heat because I do feel like the Naked palettes are just so hyped up and they're not amazing. I've just tried so many more amazing palettes, and again, it's the same warm tone scheme that so many other brands with better quality are coming out with. So I think I'm gonna hold off on the Naked Heat. If I do get it, I might ask for it for like Christmas or something. It's definitely gonna be more of a collector's item for me, but I don't think I'll be purchasing it myself just because I do believe that the Naked palettes are way overhyped. But I'm not sure yet. It's definitely not like a total anti-haul item, but it's definitely not at the top of my list for purchases anytime soon. Alright guys, so that completes my anti-haul. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I wasn't trying to bash any of these brands or products, and don't get offended if I mention something that you like or something that you want to buy. Again, this is just my personal opinion, but I would love to know what's on your anti-haul list, so definitely leave me a comment because I would love to know. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. And as always, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!